we got some crawfish.
So, I wanted to say this before this video gets started, that we have changed our name. We went from Louisiana Outdoor Experience, realized we weren't doing we were doing stuff all over the place, and decided to change our name to B-Side Outdoors. Kind of has both meanings. You know, you see all these YouTube channels that they might hunt, they might fish. How often do you see the B-side of these videos to where you go out, we may not catch fish, we may not kill anything, but if we can make a video out of it, we will. So, and also, where we're from, the town we're from, that's the nickname of it, so might as well. Double meaning there. We're out today. It's springtime, weather's getting warm, crawfish are coming out, and that's what we're going after. Some crawfish. We have a couple of different types of traps. So we have, you've seen the pillow traps in it. It's a pretty simple design. They got a nozzle there the crawfish can crawl in. They got 3 of them around it. These are set up to fish deep water. We have this trap here, this cage trap, that's very similar to a crab trap. They got right here, you can see they can go in, they can crawl up through here. They got 2 on this side, or 3 on this side. Jeez, I don't know why they did that. I don't know, I found this trap somewhere. So Vinnie has these style crawfish traps. They got a hole on each end. You put them together in half. And also, Vinnie has brought, oh by the way, I'm with Vinnie with Pelican Bone Outdoors. These pyramid nets. Set them in water, just pick them up, there'll be crawfish in them. Got a little bit of slack in the bottom. And for bait, we'll be using, if it'll focus. There we go. We'll be using some beef melt, which, from what I've been told, beef melt is the spleen of a cow. I don't know, so we're gonna get these traps out. Y'all stand by, and we'll pick you up when we start putting traps out. These pillow traps are actually designed to be, well, there's not a lot of water there. I may have to get to a spot that has more water. But they're designed to be shoved into the water like that. Let's see if we can find a spot that may be a little bit better, because there's hardly no water in here. This whole canal seemed to be a few inches deep. I'm going to try not to fall in, but since I have these set up to where I can fish a deep water trap, there's a culvert, it looks like, that comes across the road here. And let's see, I want to try to get as close to the vegetation as possible. So just to let you know, in Louisiana, to use a trap, you have to buy a recreational crawfish trap license, and that allows you to have up to 35. Now, certain public lands do have trap restrictions and regulations. So you take them and you shove them on a 45-degree angle like that in the water, where that trap is just sitting in water. Ideally, I would want it more submerged, but there's really not a lot of water in this canal. You notice I got this cool performance hoodie on. You know, it's a Fishy AF shirt. So, if you want to pick up yours, use code FRANKAF at fishyaf.com. The links are in the description below for Fishy AF's website. I'll try to catch some crawfish, so let's go get that other one. So, the thing about traps is, you don't have to check them every 10-15 minutes like you do set nets. But here, you can't leave them set, so that's why. But if you do have a place that you can leave crawfish traps set overnight, make sure there's a part of the trap sticking out the water. That's why if you ever go through central Louisiana and see these red tops sticking out over the ponds, that's actually this style of trap that the crawfish farmers are using, and it's got that red top so the crawfish can't crawl out, and so that they can also get to air, because crawfish breathe air. I didn't know that. Leave it in the comments below if you have any other cool facts about crawfish. I do know it takes about 3 to 4 months for them to grow to full size, and they can live for 3 to 8 years. And the reason that crawfish come out in the spring is dependent on the river levels. So what will happen is when a river stage floods, they live in the floodplain burrowed on the ground for the late summer through fall into springtime. When the river floods, they come out, do what they got to do, and when the water starts receding, they go back into the ground. What they do in the rice ponds is mimic that life cycle, where they come out whenever they flood the fields, and then they'll drain the fields and they'll burrow back in. Y'all know, we've been trying to get this dip net for about 15 minutes. Vinnie's been playing with the tripod for the last 15.
You would buy such a complex piece of machinery.
So, with set nets, every so often, you have to come and run them about every 15, 20 minutes. Traps, you don't have to. Crawfish don't really go anywhere once they get in. So, if you can see the top of the net there in the shade, Vinnie's going out to run it.
A few minutes have passed by. We got a bunch of the other traps set out. We didn't set a whole lot, like I said, we're just really scouting. And I'm gonna go ahead and check the net, the little dip net, because you gotta check these every so often. You can't just let them sit like the traps, because once they get on, they have to eat all the food. They're just gonna walk right off and they're gone. So you gotta keep checking this, because you want to catch them obviously while they're still on the net. So I got my little boat hook right here. That's all it is, a little extendable pole with a boat hook. Reach out, pick it up kind of quick. Get it over to the bank, and we got some crawfish. Well, Miss Shy, I tell you what, I was not expecting that, but we got three decent sized crawfish.
Alright, so Vinnie's actually resetting that net, because this is really all you gotta do to set them.
Woo, that's deep. That's filling up the boot. Oh, that's deep.
And you want to make sure whenever you set that net, or whenever your friend's having a puddle on his boot after setting up the net.
That's a lot more than a puddle, cuz.
But when you set that net, if you notice, he made sure it sat almost flat on the ground.
Yep, that boot is full. Yeah. Better get more than 3 crawfish, I tell you. Oh, yeah. There's actually some water in here. It's just the grass is growing up so thick. You can walk on it.
Alright, let's see how good Vinnie's accuracy at throwing is.
Oh, your rope's just like 2 foot too short.
I got more rope.
Alright, I'll sink that boot again. There we go. Oh yeah. We filling up again, cuz.
So this is the first pillow trap. Oh, we got one!
I got one in the trap, pillow trap. So over here.
Think I ought to put it back? Do what?
See what the other ones are.
Yeah. So, what's good about a trap is you don't have to bring a bucket or a pole or anything with you, because I could just do that. He's not going anywhere. I'm in the process of setting out more traps right now, and figured why not chuck the net on the way.
No. Caught the only 3 crawfish that was there.
Well, that's disappointing. But we got 4 crawfish. So, me, my wife, and Vinnie's wife can each have 1 crawfish apiece at this point. mighty small meal. We'll have to put a bunch of fixins in the bowl. Alright, so we're gonna run these traps so that, see what we got. We're running out of time. We're just gonna pull them as we go. Vinny's got this one. It's coming in.
I got the minnow.
Oh, he might have something. He might have something.
Got some minnows. Let's fill that bucket up with some water.
So, Vinny,
for the fish pond.
why are you catching minnows?
For the pool pond bass. Gotta get some water in this thing.
So, go subscribe to Vinny's page if you want to see him do all kind of things with that bass. Well, I shouldn't say all kind of things. Basically, feed the bass. He puts out shorts on a regular basis of that. Well, he just got his pool pond back. He's got a whole video on it. Go watch it.
Oh, that's a little water beetle. I'll stick him in the pool pond too. I had one in the last pool pond. He stayed in there forever.
Here's the first pillow trap. Let's see what we got.
No.
That's the one the rope wasn't long enough, so he walked out a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to find it. Oh, I see it. There it is. There it is.
Just like that. He's pulling it in. Well, if they had any crawfish in that trap, they done a somersault coming out. I don't think there is any. I don't see any.
Nope. Just deep. Yeah. So if you'll see all this vegetation, it's a good spot to try for crawfish because, believe it or not, crawfish don't just eat meat like this. They actually like to eat vegetation, especially a smaller one. Helps them get on there anymore. Crawfish.
No crawfish. Looks like they got some grass in it. No more melt.
They ate it.
So, if you're using a net, every 15 minutes or less, you need to check them because they will eat all of the food off of it or bait off of it, and then you have an empty net, no crawfish, and well, that just makes us sad. Alright, so this is another pillow trap. Let's see, this is the one that we just shoved in there.
They ate all the food though.
They must have been able to get underneath it and pull it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a combination of those minnows chewing it up and then the crawfish being able to get to it.
Because that one actually had 2 pieces of melt in it. Might have to try something different. If you know a better way to put melt in these traps so that they don't get eaten by the crawfish and the crawfish don't get in, let me know in the comments below. So, if you have any questions on anything you saw today, let me know in the comments below. We're going to just throw these back since we didn't catch a lot. Actually, just to see if they had any crawfish. It's not the greatest spot. We're going to check out some more spots as the season goes on. And, you know, I think we should just let them go. It's male crawfish, just in case you didn't know. Crawfish don't bite, they pinch. So, there goes that one. We'll see them. And make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our next 100 giveaway. Or any 100 after that. Until 1,000. No, we'll figure something out. And go check out Vinny's channel. There's a lot of cool stuff on it. So yeah, we're going to get all this picked up and see y'all next one.